Yo, yo. What is happening? We have the life going. What time does the market close today? I missed it. I think it's 12:30 Eastern time. So 10. I like that the Google AI was like, what time is it closed? PST. Like, it closes at 12 Central Time. But if you subtract 2 hours, I know I could subtract the 2 hours, you freaking jerk. Can't subtract 2 hours from if I don't know. No work today. Nope. Not on the Labor Day. I just got done with golf. I didn't even know the market was even open today. So, kind of screwed myself. You know what I figured out? Is I'm stupid. I get a good strategy. You know what I do in my infinite wisdom? Let's change it. Let's make it harder. Let's do some testing. It just made it to work. I just got done golfing. And I'm like over here like, let's run some tests. Oh, that's working good. Let's do that on my funded accounts, and let's do it on the accounts that matter. Not just continue to work on, you know, the normal. See, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Daniel. Let me just pull this up so you can see it all in the coolness, right? This is gonna look all complicated. I don't actually look at all this stuff. Okay. I just have this. I just was curious about all this other stuff. All right. First 15 minutes, right? Boom, this is the first 15 minutes. Usually I have this on the 1. See, there I go. Look at the 3 today, right? And I just use this Lux algo right here so I don't have to draw these lines myself. Even though I draw the lines myself over here. And all I do is just wait to see what it's doing. If it looks like it's gonna go up, then I'll put a like, let's just say I probably would have put this is what the strategy should be, okay? Probably put a long here. And typically you're supposed to go like, I was doing the whole to the next day's high. Then I found out that it pretty much hits these points. Look at this. Look at these lines right here. Pretty much hits them, right? So all I gotta do is put a buy in. I would have put a buy, you know, it came down, came up. I probably would have put the buy in here. If I was being smart, I would have put the buy in here and just let it ride to here. Okay, put my stop loss down in here somewhere, halfway through, or even right here. Would have hit that. Would be fine. It came and bounced here. We don't have enough time for it to chill out, but if it would have came underneath, came back and tested, put a sell in, let it come down to here. Don't have to be difficult. Now let's go over here. Let's do this, okay? I just started to see again. I started looking at all these stupid fair value gaps and blah 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 blues, you know, that doesn't really work. And now I have like this 50 on this other one, this 50 EMA, because, you know, I decided to look at some other strategy. Why not just stick with the 70% strategy that works? I do like high scalping, and that's what jacks me up, is it tends to pull me to other places. You know what I mean? I tend to start getting success, and then I want to go here and start messing around with other freaking. Then I want to start doing it on my funded. So I had brought this back right here. This is my funded account. I still can draw down another 1,500 and something. These were all positive, by the way, except for this bottom one. What did I do? Start testing with higher leverage. More lots. Okay. Oh, that's a... See, it's still set to 5. Like a jackass. Let's see, it's breaking above that. Cool. Let's just hang out. Let's just chill. Look what I said. Let's find what this is. We'll put it right here so we're not greedy. 501. Let's see. 501. Will it hit? Let's just move this into profit. Okay. Probably will come down and hit the profit, my stop loss. You know what I mean? Just wait it out. Don't touch the damn button. I already touched it and brought it over here, so it'll probably hit this and give me like the smallest amount of, you know. I should be happy with that. If it hits this, it hits that. That's great. It's cool. Probably will. Looks like it's probably going to. You know, I'm stupid because I moved the stop loss. Alright, cool. Watch. Let's just see. Will it come up to hit this 01? Well, we're just gonna keep this right here. Well, I guess we could bring this back down. Bring this back down. But see, easy. Why? Why do I go and try anything else? Huh? Why do I gotta go and put these things up here and sit here and start messing around over here? Like, let's freaking go with high scalping. Oh, it's a freaking. Well, okay. Well, I did see this pullback, but like, let's see what it does. Let's see. Was it a good move to pull the thing? I don't know. Oh, is it gonna hit the 501? Did you see how easy that was? That's all I have to do. That's all. Now, let's go throw a million lots in. Let's like, okay, like I started testing here with higher lots. Yes, you know, whatever, whoop-de-woo. But the problem was, is I started going with different strategies, and you know, stupid. Why do that? Why do that? Did that with a funded account. Okay. What I figured out, see right here, what jacked me up is I still had like 500 left on both of the two funded accounts. Right here, this is NQ. NQ, let me go to the sim account. NQ is super. Okay, we're just gonna put the buy in. Okay. As you can see, that's moving 20, 35 already. Lost. That's a negative 35 move right there. That's a negative 35 move. This little move is 30, 45 now. 45. Okay. So what jacked me up is I went over here. I had my funded accounts down here, like boom, right? And I was sitting over here with MNQ, which is what I was trading here, right? That little move right there. This little move that's negative whatever it was. 45 was only like, you know, a few dollars. Because you see how this changed? So I was over here like, oh, on my freaking other account that I can afford to run on the NQ, I went boom. And I was like, oh, that's a good trade. Boom, let's put it down here at this one at the same time. Little did I know that it changes both of those. And I blew the account, almost blew this one. It's like, why is it moving so much? That's crazy. So instead of closing it when it was in profit $45 for the smallest move, no, I left it. I left it. Oh, look at that. It just did. It went up to hit that. No, I got out right there. That is the life that I live. Daniel, I did figure out what I want to do with these accounts though. And I think this is a good thing. I was talking it over with my coworker. She hears about my trading woes, like every time I have a trading woe. I don't know if you're still listening, but anyways, what I figured out, okay, is I let it reset 2 300K accounts, and I was doing 4, so maybe I should buy the 4th one. See what it goes like. So that's 160. Let's bust this out. Do I have like the paint? I don't know how to do this to make this like, see it. Bam, I just blew my eyes out. Probably yours too. So I don't know if this is the easiest way to do this. So I get 2. Yeah, that's freaking terrible. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I get 2 of the 300K accounts. Boom.
Oh no.
Can I make this brush bigger?
My debit card.
Their debit card.
Jeepers.
Leave that
Not at the gas pump.
Okay, so that cost me $33
Has the Chase mobile app. He can use card lock.
and some odd cents. I think it's 40 cents.
Tippy taps on his phone and
That's a good dot right there. 40 cents per one. So we're looking at 66 times 2, right? Is 66.80. Now I was paying for 4 50K accounts. Bam. At 1670, which I am only half Asian, so we're we're gonna calculate this out. So that's another, what? That's crazy. That's another 66.80. Is that how much I'm paying for this? Let's double check. Yeah. That's actually kind of crazy. So if we times that by 2, we're looking at 133.60 a month is what I'm paying out. Now, if I that's 50K. Sorry. That doesn't count. Ugh. Now I passed one of these, so that costed me $160 to change it into a funded account. But anyways, I've been paying this for a long ass time. Okay, super long time. I think therapy is cheaper. So what I figured out is I can go, and on average, if I was smart, right, at my abilities is not great. My abilities aren't great. So for me to pass an account, it's going to take me 2 months to pass an account. Then after passing the account, it's going to take me another 2 months to get to pay out. So that's 4 months. This is if I was smart, and we already know that I'm not smart here. I am impatient. It is the impatience that is killing me. Okay, it's jacking me up. So I can sit here and buy. So sometimes this goes on a bigger sale, which ends up being $250. So this is kind of what I was basing that off of. So when that happens, I will probably, or I mean, I could just buy a 250K one, but this is kind of rough. I think this is a little rougher than this, because I'm gonna trade this account the same way I trade this account, and this just gives me more. So this gives me 2 months. This gives me 1 month. If I screw up, I could draw down a little bit more, and it's gonna take me 3 months, right? So I'd rather pay the other $100. But occasionally this goes on more on sale, and it's $250. But if you look at per month here, even if I paid the whole thing, which was $356, is this freaking thing go? 356 divided by 133.60, 2.66 months. So it could take me, basically that's 2.66 months worth of me paying for an account, for all these accounts here. Okay. When I can just go here and remove all these accounts, trade one account, focus on one freaking account. Okay, every 3, if it's 250, okay, we'll just say every 3 months, which would be cheaper. Or let's just throw it out there. Every 2 months, be a little bit more expensive. I can afford it now. Every 2 months, I buy one, regardless if I'm done with this one or not. I'll buy one. That's even if I go for 3 months, right? That basically puts me, that's still at a point where I don't have to pass the stupid thing twice to get to payout. I only have to pass it one time. One time. Which I've done it once before. I'm kind of at that point if I get my crap together. But at least if I hit that, it's not like I have to do it again to it's not like I have to do it again. See this small move right here? From 2449 to where it is right now, that's $65 from here to here. When we just came from here to here and made $10. That's the big difference there. But
Stop filled.
I think that's where, and then like, so in a sense, I'm over here copy trading these accounts, you know what I mean? So it's almost like I'm trading one account, just trying to get them to pass. So that way I can, you know, if I pass them, then I'll have 4 accounts that are passed at one time. But then again, if I lose, once I get to funded, if I lose one, I'm losing them all. Right? That's basically what happened already. That's what I found out what happened with the other thing. I think when I have like 20 accounts and I'm doing good, that's when I should copy trade those. But not all of them. I think I should copy trade like some at a time. You know what I mean? Not all of them. So even if I pass these, I'm going to start trading them separately anyways. So I kind of just feel like, what are we looking at here? Is that looking good? Oh, here's another example. Let's just see. This is the demo account. Okay. We're popping off into this next level here. Obviously, this was a good resistance zone right around here. We're passing this. So I think if we push up against that, then we should be fine. Actually, it's probably fine as it is. I'm not too happy though, just because I kind of want to see more of a movement there. Just because we've seen it come up to this, and you know, it looks like it's about ready to boop, drop back down. We don't know. Look like it's struggling a little bit. But you see what I mean? I think I'm doing too much. Like I think you even said just focus on one account. So this will give me like, and if I blow this in 2 months, it's the same as blowing the freaking other accounts that I'm never passing because I'm trying all kinds of different crap. I think if I remove the safety net now of the other stuff, remove the ability to sit here and be like, I'm gonna test something out over here, and then freaking, like, if I want to test something out, why am I not just testing it out on a freaking sim account, right? Like one that's not costing me money. So let's be real here. Do you know how much it costs to change the 300K account to a funded account? It's gonna cost us $300, $360, I think. So by the time do that, I mean, it's taking me 2 months to get to 3K. Okay, it's taking me 2 months on average to get to 3K, around there, before I screw it up and start, you know, I just want to take big old trades like a jerk. Just want to get past a little bit, you know, passing 2 days earlier. It took me almost 2 months to get there. We just get past, you know, the one last week in 1 day, and then I screwed that up. Freaking stupid. It's terrible. You know? It's my own fault. It's my own fault. So anyways, if it's gonna take me, you know, that much to get to that point anyways, then it's gonna cost me freaking actually it costed me $140 to change that other account over. Where's help at? If I go here in performance accounts, I think I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Oh, here we go. So it's gonna cost me $360. I have to get to 20K. That's gonna take me super months, right? Granted, if we were looking at one account at one time, it'd be cheaper and probably better. But I mean, like, I have to get to 20K. It's taking me 2 months to get to 3K. Now, I think I'm gonna do the option that I have been doing one more month. And for this one reason is I'm going to try trading with the full amount. And if I can get it close to passing, like super close to passing, then I'll wait for, like, right now, the sale is right now that with this sale going on, the I think it's $80 to change a funded account into or it's cost like $80 to any size to change the funded account. So I'm gonna give it 1 month. I'm gonna give it one more month at this price point, and I'm gonna give it a really good go with full lot sizes and see if I can't. There we go. Let's give this last 10 minutes. Let's go. And I'll give it a go. And if it works out, I'll do full lot sizes. I'll get it as close as possible to passing, and then I'll wait for a 90% off or whatever, even if it's an 80% off, and it's like, you know, 120 or 140, no matter the size, to change over. Then I'll change this over, because then you don't pay monthly after that. But I think I'm gonna go with this route, because I think removing the safety nets of the trading, the ability to trade, still, I think that's killing me. And I'm using accounts that I should be trying to pass. As paper trade accounts, which doesn't really make any sense. Like, I could do that on the sim account, right? On a paper trade account. So basically, I'm paying like 66. I'm better off trying the lottery. I think it's fine. I think you'll be fine. You just got to find the one strategy. The one strategy, which I'm liking this orb strategy. I'm paying $66 a month, basically, for 2 paper trade accounts that you get for free. Well, one I was always trying to pass, and the second one I always tried to keep going. But then if I fail the other one, then I push on the other one. I was up $6,000 on one of them for like 3 months. I would teeter in one bill, I think. I think so. I think it's what it is at. I think, you know, I teeter in between $1,000 for the past few months, 3 months, I think. So, I don't know. I think I'm better off just every 2 months or even every 3 months. If this is the cost, right? Every 3 months, take it slow. I'm kind of down with that. Cause at this point, I've thrown so much money at it now. Cause what's 1/3? 100, what was it? $133 times 10. So in 10 months, I'm throwing like $1,000 at it. Maybe. See, look at this small ass little movement. This is gonna be a $120 hit right there. 130, whatever it is. Oh, 170. That was a 170 move right there. That's crazy. Which is the normal move is typically way more. You know what I mean? Though I could trade at this point. At this point, I've probably spent a couple grand. Because I just essentially, not that this one's blown already, but once this blows, that's another 250. So I'm like $800 with this one blown. That's which is very likely gonna happen. I'm $800 in with just the funded accounts because I'm stupid. I traded those like it was a challenge account, and then I've been, you know, since December, so almost 1,000 since December on the other ones. I'm not too worried about the amount because, like, check this out. If we go here, we go to Help Center, and we go to Payout Withdrawals. So this goal here, this 3K payout goal, right? Which I can get to, take me 2 months. I get to withdraw 2K. I just have to be smart about it. And then the next goal for payout 2 is I just got to make that $2,000 back. And guess what? I can withdraw that $2,000 again in the next following 2 months. I just have to stick to the freaking stupid strategy and not mess it up. Don't get all crazy. Even if it took me 3 months, like, it's $2,000, man.
A real Etsy buyer
Then when I get consistent at not screwing it up, for not trying to push too hard, then let's get another account and we'll work on 2 accounts.
And loved by real people.
You know what I mean?
Special starts on Etsy. Shop the Etsy app.
I think, what is it? What do I need? So there's 40 trading days in 2 months. So 3,000 divided by 40, that's 75 bucks. I just have to hit 75 bucks a day. Easy peasy. On a typical sense, when I get scared or if it just seems weird, I make like 25 bucks. Sometimes I make the... Sometimes I'm somewhere between 25 and 50 bucks. On the days that I'm just like, dude, that's crazy. Like this one's like a $10 a day right now. I'm fine with that. Like what I would typically could do is I'll get up, you know, to 50, 60 bucks and then I'll lose some and then I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just leave it with the 10, 15 bucks, whatever. But then when I'll get like the days that I get the runners, that's usually when I get the, you know, the 2 something, the 3 something, and I'll catch a runner, which kind of makes up for those days. I mean, on a typical sense, I could typically hit the 50 bucks, 50 to 100 bucks. And it's just the runners that make it up. If I would leave the stupid trade in, then it would be fine. You know what I mean? Bro, I could change it to a sim. I could change it to this real quick. So let's just say I wanted to put that in, and oh, it closed. So I cannot put the trade in now. Damn it. I was about to show you what a $50 win distance is compared. Can I not?
Order filled.
So that would be 50. So if we go over here to what we've seen, from here down to 490. Here to here is a $25 move. 490. So that's what, 12 points? 1275. So 1275. So 2550. So from here 2550 would be what? 2770. 2625. So I would just need it to come up to right here. So that would be a $50 move up to here, which is doable. All I have to do is wait for the stupid trade to come in.
Order filled.
Wait for the move. Let me pull this back up. We can ignore this. Let's just put this to like 5 minutes. Make it easier to see. It's a previous day. Friday. Came down. These are the ones I really love. And then it just sat in here. We just gotta watch it. Watch for the pullbacks. See if I can't. show what the pullbacks are. Boom. Let's get in here. Wait for the pullback. This is the prime example of what you're supposed to do. Let it come back, and as it you put the trade in here, put your stop loss up in here, and just let it ride. Boom. You could let it ride as far as you want. I'm just gonna let it ride to here, always right before, because don't get greedy. Boom. And what did we figure out was 25.25? So 25 points. So let's just say from 10. So that would be 5. So it'd be 35. Look at that. That's way more than that move. That move was way more. Oh, I would have probably hit profit somewhere in here. Cool. There's the 50 bucks. Wait for it to test. Retest back up. Test this line, this low right here. Easy. Another 50 bucks. Done. Done for the day. All before freaking leaving to work. My favorite move, though, this is the one that I like the most. And if I was trading for a living, it'd be wait for it to come up, do its thing. It doesn't happen every day, as you can see. Is let it come back down into here, let it retest. Then all I would do is, so this tried to bounce off. I probably would have lost that trade. Bam. And then I've been okay. All right, cool. It came down in, retested. Put the other trade back in, let it come all the way down. I would probably either take profit here, or I would put my stop loss somewhere up in here and see if it goes down. That's typically what I like to do. So let it cross through. Look at this. Cross through. That's a crazy move. I would have got jacked up there. I would have for sure got jacked up there. This is why I like the halfway. Came down, went halfway. Oh. Bounced up, put that move in. This would have been a good day. Let's see how many times it would be a good day. Okay, just wouldn't have traded this one. This one came back down, came retested. I would have lost that trade. Then I would have been pissed. Bounced off here. Probably would have took that trade. That would have won. I probably would have tried to take the bounce up and guesstimate that. Probably would have lost that. That would have probably been a break even. That's being realistic. I'm being realistic there. I would have got chopped up for sure on that one. Then I would have been like, okay, I don't know where I am in my, amount of money's there. Probably would have took this move here, would have made out. This one, yeah, you would make the little halfway one, right? I probably would have made so little, to be fair, though, because I would have, came in. I would have let, and then, thinking it's going to go all the way. I would just put the little stop here. Probably got it hit, made the, 25 bucks, 10 bucks. This just wouldn't have been a trade day. Here you go. Another day that the trade would have worked out. Would have just waited for the trade. Would have got 25 bucks here. Probably 25 bucks here. This is just no trade day, no trade. Oh. I don't know. And to be fair, I probably would have got chopped up there. What are we just not passing through these days? Oh, they're right here. Would have passed through, would have made the $100 and something here. Easy peasy. Just don't trade it if you don't see it. If you don't see it, just don't trade it. me see, is there another way? If thou not seen the setup, doest not take the trade.
Is a great trip. Life's the trip. Make the most of it at best.
But I mean, I would have took these trades. I probably would have got the trades. That's talking about my favorite setup is to move back through. The move back through is very likely going to happen if it starts to move back through. Typically, if you take the bounces to the previous day's high or low, can I move this to a 15? Will it show or will it flip out? It'll show. So if you look at yesterday's low and yesterday's high, right? This would have been a losing trade because it probably would have, if the setup was there. It's hard to see with the 15. Or if you seen it come through and you took this bounce, you would have got out right there. That's great. That's fine. Let's go with this one. Let's see what the previous. So if we're here, the previous day high was here. Previous day low was here. You came up, retested, started to come out, retested again. I probably may have got chopped up. But typically what you're supposed to do in this strategy is whenever you take the trade, you put your take profit at the previous day's high and you put it at the bottom of this orb. Just let it ride for the rest of the day. Boom, that's freaking like $400 right there. Okay, let's take this out. See, and this is why I don't like doing it. That's the previous day's high. This is the previous day's low. Oh. You would never have gotten up there. You would have got taken out there. But that's where you just watch. You put your stop loss somewhere in here. That's a good, $100, $75, $50, something like that. This one, that move looks like it went so fast you would just never have gotten in. Or I would probably get in. That would be my good day because I gambled that one. But in any case, if you did get in, you never would have hit your stop loss. You never would have hit your stop loss down here, and you would be fine. Let's check this one out. Previous day high was here. Previous day low is here. If you would have got in here, you would have got, stopped out. If this setup didn't look like it was good, this is probably what a freak. But kind of wait for the retest. So the retest probably happened and it came up to here. So you probably would have lost that. But let's just say, you do the smart thing, wait for it to come up and retest, and you took this and you just let it go through. Bam, that would have been my typical setup. I'd be happy with that. But it looks like it came almost down to the previous day's low. You would have lost this trade if you would have took that. Let's see. So that wouldn't have been a good setup, to be fair. You just got to take these trades when the setup is there. Like this one looks like there was a retest and you could have just came down. I mean, that's all that it really is. And it's just so hard for me to freaking stick with the stupid strategy. Like those days that you would have lost, these are pretty significant losses. But the days that you win, those are way significant wins. It's just minimizing your losses. But no. Let's see what I did yesterday. You want to see what I did yesterday? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what trading without a strategy looks like. Oh, look, there's a $50 loss, $11 loss, a $14 loss, a 10. This is because I wanted to trade bigger lot sizes. So I was at 4,911. I have to get to, I don't know what this is. I'm just tired of having these accounts. Stupid soul. Let's see. Let's see if we can use soul in this strategy here. Where are we at in this? We got our 15-minute orbit came down, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if this works in here. So I have this set up that the volume, the thickness of the candle is dependent on the volume. Kind of don't like this trade. Oh yeah, dude, I got wrecked right here. Yeah, it came up and hit my stupid stop loss and then freaking came down. Of course, right? Of course. Big volume down. Did come up here, came back down. I don't know what I want to do with that one. Kind of hit resistance. We're at a cool resistance. Why not? Let's just give it a good old college go. See, this is what trading without a strategy looks like. That's another $16 loss if it doesn't freaking go. Where do we think it's gonna go? Did we even figure out where we thought it was gonna go? No. No, we didn't. Trading without a strategy. Where does that get us? Not good, because look at that. Because it bounced here. We already missed the move. Why are we jumping in when we missed the move? You see, look at these wicks down here. That's not, I mean, there's wicks on both sides, but that's already -3. So we might bounce. Let's see. It looks like it's bouncy. Why not? Why not make this hard and difficult, right? Every time. Trade without a strategy. Simple dumbness. All right, I think that's safe right there. Looking at my phone strategy here. But you know what I mean?
This is Tatiana Manning, host of Real Talk.
What are we even doing here?
We know small businesses are dealing with rising costs and looking for ways to
That's just the way I feel about it, and it kind of pisses me off.
To help customers save with simple and easy to do steps by making sure they're on the most optimal rate for their business. So check us out on
kind of stupid.
ft.com/realtalk.
Kind of dumb.
Other streaming platforms.
Like, we didn't even wait for any sort of confirmation. Did we look at the day? Okay. Look at the day. Look. Oh my gosh. That is where most of the volume was. I don't know how to take these off, so it kind of screwed right now. There you go. I just have to redo it all, that's all. No, we're -7 already. Cool. All right, let's get our lines going. See what we can look at here. I don't like this platform because of this. Look at this. You can't freaking change it. Can't freaking change it. No, I can't. Go on the hour. Let's see what's going on here. This platformer is terrible. It's kind of disgusting. All right. Let's just continue to refine these lines. Oh, now I can't even see this. Oh, I can change it by getting to the very end of it. Is that a thing? All right. Then I moved it. You know, that's cool. Typically how I want to do things. All right, so we got that trend going, and then we can just get our last freaking trend here that it broke through real quick. See what it's doing. Let's continue to refine this trends just to see. Just to see. Oh, look at that. Look where that bounced at. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. You know what I mean? That's just interesting where that bounced at. Oh. Oh, where did we get in at? Oh, right there. Right there where we got in. Oh, you know, just getting my butt kicked. Apex maybe. Market just closed the what I want to trade. I'm just showing Daniel my stupidness of jumping in markets without doing any sort of technical analysis. And just see something and be like, meh, meh. But we're going to see right now, if this fails this, we're going to need it to come down, you know, freaking down here. Unlikely. But we ended up just putting, I think we ended up putting it to like right here, I think. Yeah. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is why I can't trade anymore, because I just do the stupidest things. I mean, even look at this. Let's just Daniel, let's just take a moment to go back real quick. Okay, when I jumped in here, I just looked at this line, right? You seen me. I don't know if you were paying attention at that time. You see me. Just go down to here. Ignoring this whole thing right here. This whole channel of let's just stay within this spot. Over the past, since 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we've been bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I was like, oh, look right here. Didn't make it here. So now that it's right here, let's go for down here. What kind of stupid... Who thought that was a good idea? It's likely that it's going to come here and bounce back up. I mean, right? Right? I mean, yeah, maybe it goes down to this next level down in here. Maybe it does. But in all likelihood, what it's doing now, look what it's doing. What? It's like the whole hour before just didn't tell me what it was most likely going to do. No siree. No. Let's just gamble for the next drop. Is throw the hour past away. You know what I mean? If it does come down, that's great. Good for me. We skated a stupid trade. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Like, even if I took the trade up and it did go back down, was that a bad trade? No. It was a good trade. Why? Because you sat in a channel for an hour. Because, right, the all likelihood it was going to go back up. This guy was like, nah, bro. We're going to break the mold right now because I decided it looked good for the strategy to go down. Nope. You know, that's like me having 3 people up and we got a break. I'm going full send. Get the one guy while the other people are shooting me. Like, come on, right? Like, seriously. Like, this trade's probably gonna work out. I don't think it's a good trade. I'm gonna get an attaboy. I'm gonna get a little cookie right now. Make back the freaking... This is... Okay. Serious. Let me just show you my trade history. That's how that happened. 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 That's how these happened. Okay?
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to brand your...
That's how these all happen. Oh, look at that. That looks like a good freaking moment. Let's just throw a trade in with 10. I'm trading with 10. Why? Because I felt like I knew what the heck I was doing. Can we make it down here? Can we? Can we please do the business? Oh, shoot. I'm looking at the hour right there. Then this jerk over here decides to, like, look at it completely different. Oh, my gosh. I missed it. The time I changed it. Son of a biscuit. Oh, we're leaving it because we're stubborn. How far are we trying to go down? What did we set it to? Over here? That's actually not a bad place to set it. Let's... That really isn't that bad. to be honest. That's a decent spot. If it goes down, we're looking at it trying to go down to here to this next area. But we'll see. Unlikely though, because you know why? Why again? Why listen? Why? Because we traded in this channel for the past hour. I had a chance to recover. No, sir. No, sir. We just talked about this. We literally just talked about it. As it came down to here, and I was like, let's just hope. I mean, we are in a downtrend here. Let's just hope the downtrend continues. And that was the top here, you know. Unlikely we're about to pass this. Oh my stars. This is why I have my stop loss up right here, because, you know, likelihood it'll come up here and then come back down. But, you know, last time I decided to put it above here, it didn't work out so good. Of course, that doesn't mean that I should not continue to do that, because that's the better scenario there. But, you know, here's where I should say nope. If it passes here, nope. Because that would invalidate this pullback. No. Oh, failed the pullback test. Let's freaking go. We're gonna hopefully but this could be a pullback right there, and it might be likely. As you can see, the volume started kicking up. All right. Fail this, please. Right here. Fail the test. You know what? That's actually a good question. It's low. It's down. I bought a little, like $35 worth around here. Up here. Up here. Okay, here's my suspicion though. I'm gonna let you know. Is that we are going to come back down up into probably down here. Or we might bounce off of the 200. What is this? The 200? 198? Yeah, 198. 200. Just usually the 200. If we don't bounce off of here, we're probably going to stick. I mean, you can see, right? There's a lot of crap going on right here. There's a lot of crap going on in here. Testing out all these different stupid things. So sorry for all that. gnarliness, but you can see there's a lot of volume down here. So obviously it's going to come down and wipe this out, and it just kind of depends on once it wipes this out if it's going to bust through this whole strategy, you know, the support line, because you're going to have this channel. See if I can't get like a well, let's just put a line here, like boom, right? Boom. These are like definitely support lines. As you can see, it traveled up and down in here. Came down, hit this low. Right, how many times did it hit this? Boom, boom. Came up. It did break that. Came back down. Hit this, a little bit above. Came down, hit this. You see what I'm saying? So if it breaks low from here up into this, this is what smart trading looks like. What I don't do. No, I wouldn't worry about it. I think over time, to me personally, like it should be like a long-term hold. I don't care too much. I don't think it's gonna hit like what people think it's going to do. You know what I mean? Like we all want to get rich quick. Tired of like trying to do that. With my scalping, yes. Definitely still trying to get rich quick. Oh my gosh. It's too busy explaining something to look at this trade. See this volume kick up? Yeah, this trade is gone. That's not too bad. It got equally matched with sell side volume. But there's a likelihood that it will come all the way back down. If it comes all the way back down to here, I'm buying more. Just to hold. Just to hold. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin. My personal opinion, I'm still waiting for it to come down to 54. In between this, I'm hoping that it comes down to here, 54. But like, let's look at the trend. Like it came up underneath, bam. Likely it might come down into this trend again. At least down into the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say it comes down and bounces directly. But like, how often has it just bounced off? Maybe right here. So maybe we see, and we're at 108. Maybe we see like 101, 103. You know what I mean? Look at where it bounced last time, right here. Very likely that we bounce in this area again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Let's be smart about this. Bam, bam. Look at that. How many times did it bounce? You just got to look for the bounces. Look for the common bounces. You know, right now it's kind of bouncing off of this area right here. Why? Because we've had lots of bounces there. Why don't I trade like this anymore? I don't understand. Serious. I really don't. Where is my mind? You want to know where my mind is? Get rich quick. It's back to get rich quick. Ridiculous, huh? Ridiculous. But see, this is why it's holding here. So guess what? I mean, yes, it's always like it's going to go up or down, but it's going to go, if it breaks down, likely going to break down into maybe this area right here. Like I said, the 10, in between 103 and 101. You know, likely, yeah, there's probably a better We can readjust this. Try to get as many of the bounces in at the same time. So what is that? Yeah. Low 100s. I would probably buy some right there. Or just see what happens. If it starts moving back up, maybe buy some. You know what I mean? Watch Bitcoin, see what it does. Because if Bitcoin falls that far, guess where this is going to go? Guess where this is going to go? Right to here. Since there's so much volume, guess what they're going to do? They're going to sweep that. Probably, you know, like one of these sweeps. See how the sweep came all the way down right there? Boom. It'll sweep it. Oh, crap. Just like here. Swept this volume. Swept that volume, like even though it didn't travel as far. Swept it, right? Now that there's volume up here, guess what they swept? This volume right now. That's why I'm trying to use these things now. Oh man, I want to close this trade, but I feel like, see, this is a struggle that I have. I feel like I go through the hard part of waiting through this, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so exhausted that I don't know when I should say, okay, yes, just get out with positive, and when to say, no, it actually is going to be the move now. I think we determined, if I'm not mistaken, that there is a likelihood of it being able to come down at least to here, right? Whoa. Whoa. On the day. This is one of the things too. I always forget to do this. Look at the day chart. That's why we're looking at the day chart. Look at the overall trend. The overall trend is up. Why am I taking shorts? Yes, it's likely we're going to sweep that. But again, like, we know Bitcoin might drop. So why are we taking shorts? Granted, even though it looks like this is going to happen, why not wait for it to happen or not, knowing that we're on an uptrend? Well, technically we're on a downtrend. So yes, I mean, technically we're on a down, but overall is a long. If I wanted to be ultra safe, super safe, wait for the long, wait for the buys to happen. Oh, that's beautiful. Modify. I'll let that take it out all day. But how stupid was that? Right? Might have came down. We just looked at this day chart. Where'd it go? If it comes down, we're probably gonna come down to here now. That's 87. That's way further down. That's okay though. Uptrend. We were just talking about this. So ultra safe trade, right? Wait for it to come down, then take the long. Take the buy. Bitcoin, if you want it to be a little frisky, we are in a short. We are on a downtrend. It's hitting resistance. Maybe wait for the retest and then take a short. Take the sell. Can be a little risky, so you want to have a tight stop loss so you don't get burned. Easy enough, right? But why not just sit here and see we're on a massive uptrend, right? The trend is up. Ultra safe trade, wait for it to bounce underneath here. Look, how many times does it do it? All the time. This is the one time it didn't, which is why we we sit here and say, hey, let's wait. Like, I want to see exactly. You know, it's so hard to wait. It's so hard to sit there and wait. That's the problem that I am having. It is the biggest problem that I'm having right now. I so badly just don't want to have to go to work. I so badly just want to get out of debt. That it is influencing my trades. Remember back in the day, I was doing great. Why? Because I sat there and said, hey, look at, we're in a freaking trend right here. We're just bouncing up and down. You know what I mean? Oh, it looks like it bounced there where everything else bounced. I will take an uptrend. I don't have to get all the way up to the top. I just want this little move right here. Boom, $1. Great. Let's do this 100 times. That's $100. Now that I've gotten a lot more money, I can risk a little bit more. So let's just double the trade, or, you know, add a little bit to the trade. You know what I mean? Look at this. We're taking half the move right there. Right there. Will it go up to this? That's what I was doing. So that's what I was doing when I was doing good. I looked at the channel. We're bouncing up and down because it can go a little lower like this. I only take this portion of it, half the move. Not the top part of it, not the bottom part of it, just half the move. Why risk it? I don't care. Money's money. There's, you know what I mean? $1, $10, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I took a small $3, $2.60 in the end. What if I did that 5 times? See, look at, there was half the move right there, just like I said, you know, 100 times. That's $260 that would have been. Luckily, this is just a challenge account, you know what I mean? Like, if I pass it, then I get funded and blah 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 blah. It's not likely gonna happen. I started blowing so many of them because why? Because I can't sit there and take the small cash. Who would like? That's almost like saying, would you go if there was a guy sitting on the side of the street that was like, here, I'm gonna flip a coin. Okay? It costs you $1 to make this bet. To gamble a bet. I'm gonna flip a coin. If it's heads, I'll give you $2. If it's tails, I keep your $1. We're gonna do it 5 times. How often would you take that bet? Was that a good bet to you? That's a good bet to me. Why? Because I only have to win 2 of those, right? Is it 2 of those? Well, I think it's 10 times. You know, that's not. It's not up. I guess the odd number kind of jacks it up. So like 6 times. Let's do 10. 10 times. You only have to win 5 of those to make, you know, what you put in. You only have to win half of it. Actually, I don't know. You know what I mean. Five of those, you win $10. You only have to win so many of them, and you come out on top. It's more likely that like you're going to win than you're going to lose. This is all I would do. I would sit there, be like, boom. All right, cool. Since it's kind of more downtrendy, I would wait for it to come up here. And then I would wait to see if it's making lower lows. Now that if say like this made a lower high, or a higher low, I'm sorry. So if this came and made a higher low, then I would start taking more on the, you know, the buy sides. But since it's on the low side, I would wait for these. That's all I did. I don't understand why I can't do that. Like that's 2 trades right there. Boom, boom. Easy. I have to get my mind disciplined enough to do this, right? That's kind of a higher. So let's just. Oh, it's too late. I missed it. Missed it. But that's all I have to do is just wait here. Wait. It did make the higher kind of evened out. Kind of wait. And then you know what I mean? Wait for it past the the halfway point, put your stop loss, so then if it continues down, then you've caught the move. But see, you know what I've been doing is I'd sit here and be like, "Oh, it's going down now, so I'm gonna put the sell in." Okay, let's say I put the sell in right here. This is exactly what I did. Well, that's what I did over here, and I barely made it out. This is kind of a decent area to put a sell, but let's just say I put the sell in. Oh, it's gonna go down to here. It's gonna go down to the, you know, where I thought the 96.88. Let's see. Let's see. Even though it was on its way back up to here, what are we looking at? The reason I say it was kind of a good area is because it hit this target zone, but right there, look at this. Bond kicked up. Boom, now it's going the opposite direction. What is going on in my mind that I would take that trade? I'm glad I didn't take it. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is what I needed. Thank you, Sirius. Thank you, Daniel. I needed this. I needed this to look at that. And it would have just went right against me. Wow. But that was the buy. Remember how I said that I kind of missed it? Boom. I would have been out. The higher low. Probably could have took it again. But since my mind, like I said, is, you know, higher, we're having lower highs, not to take those trades. So just chill out. Relax. Okay, we missed this trade. Does it really matter? No. You gotta have to sit there and wait for a little bit more. Not that difficult. I'll make it difficult. Now that we have a higher, like we have a lower or higher low and a higher high, chill out on the sales. Chill out on the shorts. Easy peasy. But let's take a look at XRP back again. There's a lot of touches here. So technically there's more touches in this range. I mean, those are some significant touches. That is significant. That is the bottom of the thing. Yeah, this zone right here. I think if you're willing to hold and you want to get more, put a quarter of them in now, right around here, you know, or the bottom of this volume right here at 2.62. If it starts to move back up, then yeah, grab some more, but I would probably even 2.66, $2.66, kind of safe. You know what I mean? My ultimate thoughts are going to be to go ahead and punch them out at 1.70. $1.70. $1.70. $2. 205. I think would be good areas. But just grab some, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, another $10 worth. You said you put 50 in. So let's just say you were willing to put another $100 or another $50 in. Maybe $5 or $10 here. 265, 264, somewhere in this area. Maybe if you want now. I don't think, I mean, we are in this volume zone. You could do $5 now, $5 in a little bit, which will give you about, you know, the middle range of it. If it starts to bounce up, maybe consider putting more in, but likelihood we're going to come down and touch this. I could see this happens a lot too, coming down on right at the breakout. You can kind of see there's been lots of touches in that area as well. So these would probably be my DCAs, you know what I mean? Dollar cost average in. If we did come down to this 270 range, this is where I would like throw some in. Throw lots of it in, you know what I mean? Like if it came down, swept here, and started to move back up to this $2 range, I'd probably throw a bunch in at $2. Or just a bunch right here. Let's see. 10. Probably drop in 20, so that'll leave you another 10. So probably 10 down in here, because you know, I mean, this would be a good area just to get in with a decent amount, and then probably like another 10 right here. If it came down to here, it'd probably just be like, screw it, I'm throwing like $100 in. And then if it goes lower, it goes lower. It's not that big of a deal, but you got in at a really good point. You know what I mean? You're only $150 in at that point. Or actually you'd be in at $200 at that point. But that would bring most of your average down into this area. So that way, you know, if it goes up to the $6 by the end of the year, you'd have enough. You'd have enough, you know?
Asana helps you handle it.
Look at that. Look at that smartness.
Coordinate work together. AI makes it
Be smart. That's all you have to be. Just be smart and patient. Are we Apex time?
That's how work gets handled.
I'm gonna end this stream and restart it
Visit us at asana.com. That's
for Apex.
asana.com.
This is easy peasy time. So we're getting ready for the apexing. Give me a sec. All right, I will be